another edition of Survival Stuff with Indiana Jim, sponsored by Live for USA at AmericanSurvivor.org. I am James C. Jones. I do live in Indiana. I write books about survival, but Indiana Jones was taken by Harrison Ford, so I'm Indiana Jim. Live for USA is America's oldest and most respected survival organization. It's been around since 1968 to promote and educate for survival and family preparedness. We are a nonprofit, tax-deductible organization. Our only means of support is membership and contribution. So we would welcome both of those from anyone who's watching this. And you can go to AmericanSurvivor.org and see all kinds of neat stuff. And you can subscribe when you join. You can actually get all the back issues you can download, as well as the current issues as they come up of American Survivor, which is the oldest survival publication in the country. Been around again since 1968. And I cover a lot of things, including the philosophy of survival and the psychology related to survival. And sometimes I actually cover survival stuff, which is gear and equipment, that kind of thing. And I'm going to talk a little bit about stuff today. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about combat bandages. Basically, basic military combat bandage consists of a dressing, which is a big padded absorbent dressing that goes over the wound, and two long tails that you tie around the wound to secure the dressing in place. So it's real quick. You don't have to hold the dressing down while you put tape on it and all that kind of stuff. A combat dressing, combat application dressing. It's a very simple device. You can buy them online, you can get them on surplus stores, that kind of thing. But there's some more advanced stuff that's out there. In fact, there's stuff coming out all the time. I covered the subject of dressings and in advanced medical equipment in my book, The Ultimate Book of Survival Gear, which is out by Skyhorse Publishing, also on Amazon. And I cover each item of survival gear in a little more detail. But things have been coming out even since I wrote this book only a few years ago. Some new stuff's coming out too. So in the book I did cover the Israeli combat bandage or dressing. By the way, there's not real blood on there. This is just from training, okay? Which we use blood to simulated blood in some cases of training. But obviously this part goes over the wound. And this is elastic, it's very elastic. So you can wrap it around. You can use this to secure. The nice thing about the Israeli bandage is that you can use it to secure a splint. You can use it to secure the dressing over almost any kind of wound, wherever that wound might be. You don't have to be an expert in following all the protocols of how to tape this and the different kinds of things. You can just use it as is. It has a lock on the other end, which I'm not going to completely unwrap, but there's a locking device on the other end. You can lock it onto here and it stays put, or you can actually use it as a tourniquet, although it's a little more, because of the elastic in it, it doesn't work as a tourniquet as well as as a combat application or a cat tourniquet does, but it can be used as a tourniquet. So this is one thing you might want to put in your medical kit and your survival kit. Now they come out with a couple new things since this. More recently, they come out with the H bandage. Well, it's pretty obvious why it's called an H bandage. It comes in different sizes. This is, I think, the 6-inch. And I'll unwrap that a little bit. Again, you've got an elastic bandage in a much larger than the Israeli bandage, a much larger dressing. This is the kind of dressing you could put over a very large wound. You can get one. I think they have a smaller one, and they have a much larger one. You could put this over a bull's intestines or a chest wound or some large wound. So you want to have some of these. And the reason they call it an H bandage is it works kind of cool. I don't have anybody to practice it on, so I can't show it completely. But anyhow, the idea is when you come around and around and around, is you come around, you've got an H there, so you can go around like this, and then that, and then you go around, back around, you come back around the other way, And you do, when you're ready to stop, you go that way and this way, and you can keep going around like that, that puts a lot of pressure right over the wound, and it also makes this easier to secure to some extent than it is for the Israeli bandage. So that's the H bandage, okay? And those, when it's wrapped up tight, it looks nice like this. It's not that bulky, but it's a little bulky for the smaller medical kits. Now they came out with something new recently. It's called the OLAS modular bandage, and this is I got the 4-inch size. Again, you could get the H bandage in a 4-inch size. This is more like a 6-inch. See, this is the H bandage. This is the 4-inch OLAS bandage. This is really kind of neat. Now this is, like I say, the OLAS bandage. Basically, it comes with this little cup. And the neat thing about that is, okay, you put this part of the bandage on here, and you wrap around and wrap around, and it puts, the cup puts all the pressure right over the wound. I mean, particularly something like a bullet wound or a puncture wound. This would be just the thing that you want to have for that kind of thing. It does all the other things that the other bandages does, but it puts more pressure on that wound. It's also elastic. It also has a locking device, a lot like the Israeli bandage. So when you get around and around, you just put it in and out of this lock, and it locks it in place. It also comes with 3 meters of zigzag. See, in here, it comes with this inside of there. There's 3 meters of zigzag wound packing. This is the packing that, let's say if you have a puncture wound or a deep wound, you pack it with this bandaging to stop the bleeding inside the wound, and then you wrap it up with the OLAS bandage, and you put the pressure cup on top of that, and you can really stop bleeding for a good length of time in order to get to the ER or emergency or whatever. But nice little, see, a little cup is right, you sort of see the cup there. The other thing is the cup, believe it or not, you can use the cup also for like an avulsed eye or something stuck in the eye or something. You can actually use that also as an eye cup or eye covering. So it has a lot of different applications. The instructions come right on the box or on the sealed container. So we got the H bandage and the OLAS bandage, or probably some new products that are out there. You can still use the Israeli bandage, it's great. But I just want to tell you a little bit about the OLAS bandage. Again, you can look this up on the internet, OLAES, OLAS bandage. And you can buy them on the internet. I don't sell things. I don't really make recommendations. I just show you what's out there. So I hope you'll take a look at these products and have something more advanced than a roll of gauze in your first aid kit. So with that, we'll be signing off. This is Indiana Jim for Life and Freedom. Stay safe out there.